Hello everyone, I hope you're alright. Today I wanted to make a video about the internet, which is quite a broad subject. I've started to notice that the internet has been in the news a lot recently for all sorts of different reasons, but it's mostly negative stuff. So what I want to start with today is internet addiction, which at the moment is being decided whether it should be an actual addiction and like up there with alcohol addiction and all the other addictions by actual psychologists. Like, is it a real thing, internet addiction, or is it just like you spend a lot of time on the internet? So one of the articles I was reading recently was about a guy who spends a large percentage of his day wearing his Google Glass, which are these ridiculous glasses made by Google, as you might have guessed. They're all super high tech and connect you to like Google Maps and your phone and all that basically all the time. And he was saying that he even started to have dreams where he was wearing the glasses. He would see his dreams through Google Glass. That's probably the point where you might get a little bit worried. But he also said that he got irritable and angry whenever he wasn't wearing his Google Glass. Like, to me, that says that is an actual addiction. Another article I was reading had the results of a survey by a marketing agency called Digital Clarity. And basically, this survey consisted of 1,300 18 to 25 year olds. So that's quite a few of them. And that's also me. I also fit into that demographic. And within this survey, there were quite a few findings from this survey, but one that really stood out for me was 16% of these people, 16% of the 1,300 admitted to spending more than 15 hours per day online. 15 hours. That is a lot of hours. That leaves you 9 hours for everything else. So the survey is of 18 to 25 year olds. So these are people who have just left school, so they might be unemployed, hence spending a lot of time on the internet. And it also doesn't say what they're doing on the internet. They might be looking for jobs. But what I also find interesting is that the internet is in the news a lot, and it's also portrayed negatively. I mean, internet addiction, it automatically has negative connotations to it. I mean, like I said about the last article, it doesn't say what people are doing on the internet. The internet is an amazing place. So I wouldn't say that I'm an internet addict, and I'm definitely not spending more than 15 hours a day online. I don't have more than 15 hours a day to myself, let alone spending it on the computer. But I sometimes do end up staying up quite late connected to the internet. But do you know why that doesn't make the news? Because I'm just looking at Wikipedia articles, or I'm looking at news articles, or I'm watching YouTube videos on how-tos. I'm learning. The internet is the most brilliant resource for education and for spreading knowledge, but that doesn't make the news because Rob Wong looking up the largest mammal that's ever lived on Earth in the history of the universe isn't going to make headlines because it's not that exciting. But I know what a whale looks like before it evolved to go into the water. And it's amazing. That stuff keeps me up till 3 a.m. easily. So is the internet as bad as it seems? Because if you spent 15 hours a day learning, you would be incredibly knowledgeable. I mean, people are surprised that I have all sorts of random knowledge and I'm all up to date with the news and things like that. And why is that? It's because of the internet. So I think the internet looks bad because the only thing that the internet is getting seen for on the news and in the mass media is the bad things that are happening on the internet and the bad repercussions off the back of the internet. And we're talking about things like the McCann troll and internet bullying and things like that. The next thing I want to talk about is internet friends. So a lot of people, and I think this is growing as well as the internet becomes more accessible through your mobile devices, your tablets, and younger and younger people are getting mobile internet. I mean, I left school, 4 years ago? I didn't have mobile internet back then. And now I see kids that were younger than 18, you know, posting pictures on Instagram and all these sort of platforms of them at school. And to me, that's quite a strange concept because it wasn't that long ago that I was at school and we didn't have that sort of thing. Like, not a lot of time has passed, and yet it's drastically different. There's young teenagers, I mean the lower end teenagers, that have phones with cameras and are always connected to the internet, and I guess that is how you rack up 15 hours a day. So internet friends, are they real? Are they as valuable as real friends? Are they as real as real friends? Are they even the people that you think they are? Have you seen Catfish? Hello. So I would say I've got some internet friends, people who I purely know through Twitter or through message boards or that sort of thing, but I wouldn't consider them friends. I mean, no offense if you're watching this and we have only met over the internet, but I would say you're an internet friend but I don't think friend is the right word. There are some people out there who consider internet friends better friends than their real friends, and to me that concept is just alien. But it's just interesting to see the evolution of how quickly the internet can sort of rapidly become part of the world. I remember first encountering the internet during the 90s, back in the days of dial-up, and you little AOL Messenger used to greet you every time you logged on. And the only people that I really spoke to on the internet were through MSN Messenger, and they were people that I knew in real life. So it was just an extension of our real life relationship. This was before Twitter and before Facebook. I mean, it was quite difficult to find people on the internet, I mean, the way I was using it, that I didn't know in real life. So it was just an extension of real life. And then quite rapidly, it's become this whole other world. It's like another world where you have different friends. I just find it so strange, and I just want to know where you guys stand on this. That's why I made this video. Where do you stand on all this internet stuff? I mean, do you have a lot of internet friends? Do you consider them real friends, or are they a completely different genre of friend? And just out of interest, if you don't mind telling us, how long a day do you spend on the internet? I would say I spend maybe an hour or two when I get home from work, and that's mostly watching YouTube videos. There's quite a few vloggers that I follow every day. You know, obviously checking Facebook, Twitter, email. I mean, I have a smartphone, this old thing, but it only has the capacity to hold one app, and that is Instagram. And it can't go on Twitter at all. It doesn't like the Twitter website for some reason. And it loads Facebook really, really slowly. I could get a new phone, and I could upgrade to something that would hold all of the Snapchats and the Facebooks and all those sort of things. But I've made, I did think about it. I thought, you know, I could get a super fast smartphone and be always connected to the internet. But I made a conscious decision to keep this because I don't know. I know it's quite old fashioned, but I don't want to be walking around on my phone all the time. And I think it would dilute the quality of the things that I put on the internet. I mean, I make content like this for the internet, and this is all connected to my Facebook and my Twitter, so it's kind of like a brand. And I don't want to dilute the quality of that, because I think if I could Instagram absolutely anywhere and anything, anytime, I would probably Instagram more stuff, and I would lose track of what I really, really want to share with the world. Because at the moment, it's quite a lot of effort. I have to take the picture, and then it takes ages to upload, and sometimes I'll have to wait till I get home to go on the Wi-Fi because the 3G is just no good. So that really makes me pick what I really want to put on the internet. So I like to think that it's quite good. But if I could just do it everywhere, I think I would be putting a lot more stuff up, but it would also be of a lot less quality. And we see that every day. We all have a few friends who just put everything on. I mean, I don't want to know if you put what's-its in your sandwich. That really doesn't bother me at all. So thank you very much for watching this video about the internet, on the internet. It's quite meta. So please do comment below. Let me know in response to what I've said about how long I use the internet and how I use it. It's just interesting. I just want to know how everyone else is using the internet, because it's just such a fast changing thing and such a fast changing environment. And it's had such a massive impact on the world. And it is effectively nothing. I mean, what really is the internet? It's not even real. It's just the craziest invention. And I'm struggling so hard to get my mind around it, even though it's such a big part of my life. So please do comment below. I'd be really genuinely interested to hear about what you've got to say. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my videos. I put up all sorts of varieties of things. At the moment, we're running this series called Doctor Who Debrief, which is ending very soon. But all the previous episodes are available in the playlist called Doctor Who Debrief. So during the week, I'm trying to do a vlog or one video like this just to put up there. But it's quite difficult because, like I always say, I'm working quite a lot all the time. And commuting in London is just the worst thing in the world. I mean, I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. It's bad. It's really bad. So that stuff takes up a lot of my day. But I'm really keen to keep making content for you guys and for YouTubes, and hopefully you'll keep watching. So if you like this video, I've got some other alright videos as well. Feel free to check my channel out and browse around. I've got a right variety of stuff going on. So have a look, and I'll carry on making some stuff for you guys. And I hope everything is just fine and dandy where you are, because it is with me. That was just the weirdest ending ever. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon, hopefully. But until then, I'll see you later.